we are moving on the limbic system. So regarding limbic system, I'm going to first draw a rough diagram. It is a revision video. So this is a cerebellum, and after cerebellum, midbrain, cerebellum, pons medulla, and a spinal cord. Okay, this is our rough diagram. So in this between, there is some portion like this is divided as prefrontal cortex, cortex. After that, when we look in this prefrontal cortex, so first I am going to draw, this is ophthalmic tract. So in the ophthalmic, this is hippocampus forming, this is so in this region can look this and also there is thalamus. So now I am going to make it clear. It is connected with this. So moving on the portion. So when we discuss, this region is called cingulate gyrus. After this is thalamus. Then after thalamus, this portion is called hypothalamus to the inferior to the thalamus, hypothalamus. And this is amygdala, and this is hippocampus. These are the anatomically distribution of the limbic system. What are the organ considered in the limbic system? So this is cerebellum we already discussed. So now moving on the what is the limbic system? So limbic system defined as the functional group of the brain structure located in the middle aspect. It is these all are the in the middle aspect of the cerebral hemisphere, middle aspect. When we look, I am going to draw another image. When we look, this is a cerebrum, transverse cord surface of the cerebellum. So when we look in the middle aspect, in this region, we found these structures, limbic structures, limbic system, and in the portion of the in the diencephalon. So the limbic system, function of the limbic system is its control, it helps, it's involved in the emotion, then learning and memory, we also discuss further in everything later. And then autonomic regulation, then olfactory process, So we look at, this is the olfactory tract, and also there is behavior modulation. So these functions, these are the associated with the limbic system. And in the limbic system, what the component limbic system? So there is a cortical structure and subcortical structure. So we can divide limbic structures like cortical and subcortical. And in the cortical, we found in the cortex region, like in this region there is a cingulate gyrus, then after that parahippocampal gyrus, hippocampal, parahippocampal, hippocampus, and there is anterior cortex in this region. There is also orbitofrontal cortex, like this is orbitofrontal cortex, and there is insula. In between the insula, I can make insula in this region. Insula found in this region. This is the insula. So when we look for the subcortical region, in the subcortical region there is amygdala, and septal nuclei, and there is nucleus accumbens, these are the nucleus subcortical structures. Then another one, there is also diencephalic structure. For diencephalic structure there is diencephalic structure. So in the diencephalic structure are like hypothalamus and anterior and dorsomedial nuclei of the thalamus. So hypothalamus and anterior and dorsomedial nuclei of the thalamus are associated with the limbic system. And there is also of tract. So we can look at the tract. I'm going to mention tracts. Like in the tracts there is like fornix. One is fornix. So fornix is like it's connected to the hippocampus to the mammillary body present in the hypothalamus. So this is when we look, like I'm going to draw in this image. Like this is the hypothalamus. This portion is hypothalamus, and in hypothalamus there is a mammillary body, and mammillary body is connected to the hippocampus. Fornix. So like that way, like I can draw fornix. It connects like hippocampus to mammillary body in the hypothalamus. Like this is, I am going to rough diagram. This is the third ventricle, and this is the diagram of hypothalamus. So here is the mammillary body. So this is the mammillary body. And it's connected by the fornix this way. And here is the hippocampus, like that way. This is the hippocampus, and it is connected with the this fornix. Like here is the mammillary body, like that way. And after that there is a mammillothalamic tract. It's connect mammillary body to the thalamus, anterior thalamus. Mammillary body to the anterior thalamus. Like when we draw the image, like this is mammillary. Here is the thalamus. And it's directly connect. Like here is the thalamus. It's connect. This is the mammillothalamic tract. This is mammillothalamic tract. This is fornix. Now moving on, stria terminalis. So there is one thing, stria terminalis. So it's connect amygdala to hypothalamus. thalamus. Then the another one is the cingulum. So cingulum, this is cingulate gyrus to the other limbic areas. It connects cingulate. This is cingulate gyrus. It connect cingulate gyrus to the other limbic area. So it connects other limbic areas. Yes. Now we are moving on the, like we also seen this is a cingulate gyrus. This region is a cingulate gyrus, and it's connect mainly other areas. So moving on the functional loop in the limbic system. So when we look the functional loop, like functional loop. So in the functional loop in the limbic system, there is a circuit. This is known as Pappage circuit. So this is known as memory loop. In the Pappage circuit, like when we look the history, like it's discovered by the James Pappage. So James Pappage in the 1937, and this is the like classical pathway for memory and emotion integration. So this pathway include from when we look the Pappage circuit. In the Pappage circuit, like it just start through the hippocampus. So I'm going to draw another image, or using this image I am going to explain. From hippocampal to the amygdala. So there is like from the hippocampus, first I mention the things, then we discuss easier. Like first hippocampus, then it's connected, it passes through the fornix and it's going in the mammillary body. Mammillary bodies in the hypothalamus. Then it passes and it's connected to the mammillothalamic tract to the thalamus through the mammillothalamic tract. This is the mammillothalamic tract. Connect anterior thalamic nuclei. Then there is a cingulate gyrus. Through the cingulate gyrus, it's connected to the inhornial cortex, interhinal cortex. So this tract is known as cingulate gyrus. And after this cingulate gyrus, like it's back to the hippocampus. So this will be for the key role for the consolidation of memory and emotional experience. So when we look at this diagram, so from the hippocampus, it's connected through the hippocampus, connected to the fornix to the mammillary body, and this impulse going in this fornix to the mammillary body to the thalamus. So there is a connection between the thalamus to the mammillary body, and after that through the thalamus, it's go through the cingulate gyrus. So this is the cingulate gyrus, and the information go through the cingulate gyrus to the cortex, this prefrontal cortex, and then it passes through the again hippocampus. There is some function, the major function. So some area and their major function we can discuss. Major functional functional major functional area and their roles. We are going to discuss their roles. So in this context we are going to discuss regarding amygdala located in the temporal lobe near the hypothalamus. We have already discussed, and it's like it is a fear center. It is for the fear center, and it's like detect fear center, so it detect threats, fear, aggression, and also process the emotional memories. And processes emotional memories. Like in the previous time there is any threat or fear or anything, and then after that if you any person is teasing or any threat process, though it pass through the this amygdala, and amygdala process through the past memories and past emotional memories, and that lead to the detection emotional. So it's connected to the hypothalamus by the stria terminalis, and to the trigger the autonomic response to increase the heart rate. Like after that, when amygdala is detected that there is a threat or fear, so it's pass the information to the hypothalamus, and this is connected with the stria terminalis. So regarding this, the hypothalamus start like acting as trigger or autonomic response or increase heart rate through the autonomic response. Then another organ is hippocampus. Regarding this, it's like involved in the learning and converting the short-term memory to the long-term memory. Like it's helps with the learning and also convert long-term memory to short-term memory to long-term memory into long-term memory. And like there is a septal navigation with the memory consolidation, crucial in the septal navigation, and the memory consolidation occur here. So there is one thing more crucial in spatial navigation, and another one is a memory consolidation. And there is like sensitive to the hypoxia or stress, so there is a high cortisol impairment function. So if there is a damage in this region hippocampal, so it lead to the defect in the hippocampus, memory loss or Alzheimer memory loss in the Alzheimer disease. Alzheimer. Disease. So the another one is cingulate gyrus. So regarding cingulate gyrus, regarding this cingulate gyrus, it is site like above the corpus callosum. We have already seen in this image. This is the corpus callosum. After that, here is the corpus callosum. So above it, above the corpus callosum. So in this, there is like involvement of emotional regulation, emotional regulation, pain perception, perception and attention. So it's coordinate input from the thalamus and integrate with the emotional tone. Like ceemediconepal is the mainly for the coordinate input from the thalamus. What the thalamus is the sending the impulse, and then it's integrate with the its emotional tone. So its function is coordinate input from thalamus and integrates with emotional tone. Moving on, hypothalamus role in the limbic system. Hypothalamus like its coordinate autonomic and endocrine response to the emotional stimuli. Like its coordinate is a autonomic and endocrine response to the emotional stimuli. Like something happened, it's increase the heart rate, heartbeat, anything with the emotional. And there is this mediator behavior, like it is a mediate behavior such as behavior such as hunger, sexual drive, then also circadian rhythm and thermoregulation and the stress response, also with the stress response. Thus there is another areas like the septal area. So in the septal area there is a reward system, and like it's involving the present septal areas. So briefly discuss regarding the septal areas and nucleus is Siemens. So regarding this, there is a reward system, which is a reward system, and there is also pressure, motivation, energy, formant, and like in the dopamine from the ventral tegmental nucleus area, and that release in the mesocephalic pathway. So some dopamine also some neurotransmitter involved in the limbic system. So I'm not going to write, I am just going to summarize. And like there is dopamine, serotonin, norepinephrine, acetylcholine, and GABA. These are the and glutamate, they are neurotransmitter, and their roles, like role in the limbic system, like dopamine. When you look at the dopamine, like it's dopamine reward, pleasure, addiction. This type of the like release from the VTA, and that nucleus and go into the nucleus accumbens, and that helps with the like reward and pleasure and addiction. So there is a serotonin. Regarding serotonin, it is a mood regulation, emotional anxiety. Then norepinephrine, arousal, stress, and vigilance for the vigilance. Then another there is like norepinephrine. So norepinephrine and this norepinephrine I have covered. And so there is the acetylcholine. So acetylcholine for the learning, memory, and especially in the hippocampus. And there is a GABA, inhibitory anxiety control. So glutamic excitatory involvement of the memory formation. So these are the some neurotransmitter involved in the limbic system. So So when we look the interrogation of the higher context, so there is a prefrontal cortex and decision making based on emotion. So the social behavior, empathy, and personal modulation. These are the these are the in the these are given to the impulse in the prefrontal cortex, and this make help to the allow prefrontal cortex allow to the decision making, social behavior, and empathy and personality modulation.